Hello, Facebook friends. I'm Jenny Runovich, bringing you what's next on this Tuesday. Hope you've had a great day so far. I know some of you got snow, so we'll be talking about that in a little bit. A lot to get to tonight, including the new developments in the Delphi murders, this wild week of weather that we've been having, and a little bit on holiday shipping and kind of timing things out with the post office. But kind of want to get started talking about something we've really been focused on for years now, and that's the Delphi murder investigation and these new developments that we first brought you last night. Just to kind of get you up to speed, again, you know, this is talking about Abby and Libby, two teenagers who were killed nearly 5 years ago now, and this case has obviously gripped the Delphi community, their two families, the friends there, and really all of us trying to figure out who took these young girls' lives. Well, yesterday, you may remember, Indiana State Police last night put out this alert about a fake social media account. And they really wanted everyone to look at it, Anthony_shots. They said they were looking for the person who created that account. They told us they really wanted to learn more about that person who used the fake social media profile, because that was around the same time that Abby and Libby were killed, used in like 2016, 2017. So at the time, they say that that account was used to solicit some inappropriate images from underage girls, some addresses, even trying to get them to meet up with this person. So they want to hear from anyone who interacted with that account. Well, today, 13 News actually found someone in jail in Miami County who used the profile with that same name. Now, it's important to say this person is not considered a person of interest in this case, so it's not clear if this is the guy police are looking for or how exactly he's connected to the case. But our Rich Nye kind of dug into a little bit more about him. So let's take a listen.
The bodies of Abby and Libby were found on February 14, 2017 in Delphi. 11 days later and 40 minutes to the northeast, on February 25th, Indiana State Police, the FBI, and Peru Police served a search warrant at a house in Peru, where Klein was living with his father. Police confiscated a half-dozen phones and electronic devices. Court records say that Klein admitted to receiving about 100 sexual pictures from underage girls. Police found sexually explicit images and videos of underage girls on several devices. But court documents reveal Klein factory reset one phone 2 days before police arrived and deleted the internet history and social media apps from another phone before turning it over to police 2 days after he was interviewed. Klein was not charged until August 19, 2020. He faces 30 felony counts from 2016 and 2017 for possession of child pornography, child exploitation, obstruction of justice, and synthetic identity deception.
So that's what we learned today. Tonight, our Emily Longnecker is kind of going to be talking about what's the reaction in the Delphi community. We'll bring Emily in. Emily, I know you went to Delphi today. You know, how's the mood there? I know we heard from Kelsey German earlier today, and she said, you know, this is kind of hope for their family. Was it a similar feeling in Delphi?
Yeah, absolutely, Jen. You know, this is a community that's never really had closure, never healed. These murders rocked that tiny little bedroom community nearly 5 years ago, and they have, you know, done their best to recover. But like a lot of the folks that I talked to today say, you know, it's still out there. It still kind of hangs over their head. There's still a fear out there because they just don't know who is responsible for these murders and where that person is. So they are hopeful that this will lead to something somewhere, you know. And
oh, looks like we may have lost Emily's signal a little bit there. All right. Well, that's what happens with technology. But obviously, we'll kind of delve into a little bit more of that tonight at 11 o'clock, bring you the latest information on the investigation and hear from folks in that community. And again, we have all the information. Police really want to hear from anyone who interacted with that Anthony_shots account. We have all that information for you on WTHR.com. Really important. I know a lot of you saying, you know, praying for the families. And Sean, I think we join in that. We've all been praying for these families for nearly 5 years now, and it's just been so difficult.
As a parent, it's always your biggest fear.
Sure.
And and now some sort of closure is what they have been hoping for years now. We were talking about this last night.
Right.
We're coming up on 5 years in February. So, boy, I really hope that this will lead to something, and I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, for sure. Something will continue to follow. Also, something we're following tonight, we're talking about holiday shipping. You've probably seen the promos for Bob's story that's coming up at 11. I cannot wait to see it because he's essentially tracking the post office. You know, we talked about the post office has said things are going to be delayed this year. I don't know if you've already made your purchases for the holidays. Have you had any delays?
Some, yeah. We actually just shipped out our I put all of our Christmas cards in the mail the other day, so it'll be interesting to see.
Well, good for you, because I ordered our Christmas cards the other day, so
you're fine. You're fine.
Maybe they'll arrive by December 24th. I'm hoping.
I always say if you get it there by January 1, you're okay,
safe.
You know?
I have the window of opportunity. Yeah. So basically, what Bob did is kind of cool. They sent out packages and kind of tested the post office. How long will it take? So here's kind of a preview of what we'll see tonight.
Over the past 6 weeks, we sent 30 separate packages to and from 12 different cities. We send some packages first class, others by priority mail, and we closely track their expected delivery date and their actual delivery date to see if the post office is delivering on time. 13 News also tested how well the post office keeps track of your stuff. Priority and first-class packages include tracking service, so you can monitor exactly where your package is. In each of our boxes and padded envelopes, 13 Investigates included our own tracking device, so we could track it too. And we found the post office tracking system is far from perfect. Tonight, I'll show you the results of our test so you can plan your holiday mailing accordingly. Did the post office really deliver within 2 to 5 days as promised? I'll show you how many packages were late and how late. You can see that 13 Investigate special report tonight at 11.
Ooh, I can't wait to see it. I don't know about you. I've gotten those alerts where it'll say, okay, you know, it's coming tomorrow.
Sure.
And then it shows it in like Chicago, or even I've had it sitting in Plainfield for days. And it's like, you're so close.
Well, it's interesting too. Like there's been times where I've sent, my mom lives in Louisville, and I might send her something, and she may get it like the next day.
Right.
There's been some instances where I'm like, hey, no, then 3 or 4 days later. So it's just it'll be fascinating, I think, to see what Bob comes up with.
Definitely interested in that. Of course, sometimes the weather affects folks trying to bring things our way. And gosh, I think if you were on the east sides,
it depends.
Central Indiana?
East, far east, and far south. I know. Yeah. So, in fact, I think we still have some remnants.
Okay.
This is from NDOT camera. This is just west of Richmond at a truck stop there along I-70. And then I've had some reports around Seymour, and this is I-65. Nothing too terribly heavy here. Very light stuff. I wasn't expecting a lot because the air, by this afternoon, it became pretty evident the air is just going to be a little too dry, and it was going to eat away at a lot of this moisture. So here's what's going on now with live Doppler 13 radar. Even what's you see near Lafayette, at least right now, that's not even producing flurries. The air is just too dry. Cold, yes, dry as well. Mid-20s, this is the coldest day we've had since the middle of February.
Oh, wow.
So just kind of a reminder, of winter. Hey, if we had this in late January or early February, no big deal. So the first jab is usually the one that grabs your attention. So here's what's going to happen tomorrow morning. It won't be as cold as the teens, but still in the 20s. Any cloud cover in the morning should really give way quickly to sunshine, a brighter finish tomorrow, and a nice recovery. We're pushing 40 tomorrow afternoon. 72 hours from now, near record highs come Friday night. Now that warmth is going to be late in the day. I want to stress that. It's going to be late in the day Friday and very early in the morning Saturday, but it's going to be similar to Sunday night, where you're going to go out at midnight on Friday and you're going to be like, my goodness, we're in the middle 60s and near record high. Now, unfortunately, this time of year to get that warm usually is going to bring rain, thunderstorms, but possibly severe weather that we'll have to iron out that portion of the forecast in the days ahead, but we definitely want you to kind of follow us in the coming days.
It is pretty strange to have this much of a roller coaster in December, isn't it?
Sometimes we average roughly a day or two in the 60s in December. Let's see, we've had 3 days so far. We're going to tack on 2 more. That will put us at 5 for the month. And there's some signs next week that we may have another 2 or 3 days in the 60s.
So here's a look at my back door. We have, hangers for the coats that we use all the time.
Yeah.
Every kind of coat
you're
is there. We've got the raincoat, we've got the parka, we've got the puffy coat.
Yes, I know. Sometimes I have my kids and I'm like, they'll ask, hey, do we need the heavy coat? I'm like, well, yeah, you do, but if you don't believe me, just step outside,
Dad knows.
But it is those ups and downs. So it is going to be kind of an interesting, Friday into Saturday for us here.
And still, we'll get in the Christmas spirit.
Eventually,
60s or not, right?
Eventually. I will say next week is looking much above average.
Wow.
So if that trend continues, then our dreams of a white Christmas may just be that. It might just be a dream for us.
A dream
so
only.
We'll see. We'll see how it works out.
All right, sounds good. Well, we appreciate you joining us for Facebook Live. It was nice to be here for Scott. I'll be here tomorrow too. So
Angela rejoins you tomorro.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
you'll
take the night off.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Well, we hope you have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you back here in about 45, 50 minutes.
Let's do it.
See you then.